What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku, back in the building. It's a little late at night, but I was inspired to make this video based off of an online game a lot of my friends are playing. Final Fantasy XIV. Just came out with an expansion, and it circled around one of the best Final Fantasy games, in my humble opinion, which is what this video is about. It's time for another segment of Confessions from the Uncrowned Otaku, Final Fantasy Edition. What's your favorite Final Fantasy? What is, in your opinion, the best Final Fantasy hands down? A lot of people going to say 7. A lot of people going to say 3/6, depending on how you look at it. Those are respectable answers. Everybody who's saying 8, just get out right now. I'll even accept 9 and a little bit of 10. 15 is a little too early for that. 7, 3/6, 9, we can talk. We can debate. All wrong answers. The correct answer is the highly underrated PlayStation 1 and I guess PSP now exclusive Final Fantasy Tactics. You heard me. Let me get close. Final Fantasy Tactics. Bar none, the best Final Fantasy iteration there's ever been. And it was PlayStation 1. Let me break it down for you. You're the hero of your story, Ramzo. I'm going to put hero in quotation marks. Not only does it weave a great story through 4 chapters of magic, just pure bliss, you go from a teenager to a grown mercenary to a man out to save the world. What other Final Fantasies doing that? Nothing. None of them. You get to see Ramza's family go from the glory of the land of Evil Ice, I may mispronounce that, to just backstabbing, dad killing, spoilers if you haven't played the game, murderous warmongers who were only out for their own self-benefit. Come on, already? That's legendary. And then you find out that even though you're playing as the hero, they're actually telling a story that's involving your friend. It's the whole game is actually circled around his friend, and it's the story of how his friend Delita went from rags to riches. A commoner whose sister died to the king of the land. Boom. Mine was blown. Like, yo, you as the hero, you go through a lot of ish and you do save the world, but your story is cast into the shadows. You get known as a heretic. You never get any of the glory. And when one of your friends tries to write a book about you, the people in the church burn that friend and burn his book. Somebody found it later on, and that's why you're playing that story, because he found out the truth. But yeah, what you thought was based around you is really the story of your friend from rags to riches that you barely get to see. If you play the PS Vita version, you do get to play as Delita a little bit, and you get to see how Trilly is. Like, I made 3 different saves just so I can go back and play as Delita time after time. Oh my gosh, Final Fantasy Tactics. And the music from the opening, you get a little ding, wah, dun, 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 dun. I don't do it justice. Go look up Final Fantasy Tactics opening. Magic in your ear hole. The save music. Fantastic. The hero's theme. Fantastic. Every battle song. Even loading up your squad for battle. It's a tactical turn-by-turn game. And it is nothing short of fire. Great story. Great music. Great engagement. You get to see all these characters develop. You get to go from characters you have to fight against to characters who join your team. Characters who are on your team from the start to mortal enemies. It's got everything you could ever hope for. What does 7 have? A good story? Decent music? Sure. Does it have the character development? It's got a little bit of that, but not to the distinct level of what Final Fantasy Tactics did. There's never been another Final Fantasy. 3/6 kind of reaches those heights, but Tactics just took it to a whole new realm. And if you're playing Final Fantasy 14, if you have that, I think it's like a new expansion or something they did, you'll see. You get to meet Ramza, his sister Alma, some villains. Like, yo, once I saw that, I was like, I gotta do a video. Final Fantasy Tactics never got a sequel, and it so deserves one. There was so much more they could do with the story of Ramza. After he saved the world, he disappeared. Like, you see him, he didn't die. You see him and his sister around on a chocobo, but they weren't seen again. There's so much you can still do there. I hope this catches fire and there can be a Final Fantasy Tactics 2, because, again, bar none, best Final Fantasy I've ever played. And I've played just about all of them. Maybe not one, but I've played 3/6. I've played 7. I've played 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I didn't play 11 because that was the trash online version. 12, 13, Lightning Returns. I didn't play the third one. But 15, I've played that. 14, I've played that. Tactics, I'm not talking Tactics Advanced on the Game Boy Advance. That was, or the DS, garbage. Nuh-uh. I'm talking Final Fantasy Tactics PlayStation 1 Edition. Holla at your boy. I don't think y'all understand how passionate I am. I'm sweating over here. Can y'all? I ain't popping no mollies, but I am starting to sweat. Hope I don't get copyright infringement for that. What else was I talking about? Oh, the Queen of the Land. She's pretty much useless. You see Delita, he goes so hard. He's such a savage. He uses the Queen, charms her, marries her, becomes king, then gets rid of her. The Queen realizes she was just a stepping stone in his plot. She tries to stab him. He's like, oh, you got me. Pulls out his sword, guts her. Finished the Queen. Nobody knows. Nobody was there to see it. He's still heralded as the king. The man who saved the land. That's a savage. He went from a commoner, planned everything out. He joined hands with the people you were out to beat. Somehow everything turned out okay for him. Great story. Lots of engaging characters, different developments. You get all kinds of different magical items and things like that, different skill sets, different job classes. Oh my gosh, the job class system. If you've played 10 or 10-2, the job class system is insane in Tactics. And for y'all to say like, no, Cloud is the best. Cloud is an unlockable character in Final Fantasy Tactics. Do you hear me? If you play the Vita version, you can also get homie from Final Fantasy 12. The Sky Pirate, I forgot his name. You get a robot. You get a dude who has a gun. I think his name is Mustang. People with swords have abilities where they can like cast a lightning sword down. They can do a blood draining. So, oh my God, go play the game. Please, just go play the game. Before you even try to argue with me, you better at least play the game. But again, for y'all who have played the game and disagree, comment down below. What's your favorite Final Fantasy? Give me some distinct reasons why. Come holler at me. We can have this debate. I'm very passionate about this. Again, tactics, music, another level. Character development, hasn't been seen before. Job class, near unlimited. Story, best there ever was, ever has been, and ever will be. Took some WWE on y'all. Y'all not hearing me though. Go play the game, because y'all not hearing me. Before you go play the game now, catch this fire. Because that's what you're going to be playing when you play that game. At least get to chapter 2. Get the game.